Good afternoon students. Today we will study unit number 2 determiners and qualifiers. Now we have already studied types of sentences, then we have studied about question tags. Now we will study about determiners and qualifiers. Now in this first of all, what is determiners, that I will write for you. Okay. So determiners are, please write along with me, determiners are words that we put before the noun or noun phrases to make them clear as to what they mean. Now the basic determiner, if I will tell you, they are a, n and the. These are three basic determiners. Okay, આના પછી ઘણા બધા બીજા, there are lot of other determiners are there as well, but they are called basic determiners. Now how will I tell you? Just example I will tell you. Example are, a rubber duck is floating in the bath. So here A is called a determinant, a rubber duck. That shows that rubber duck is a singular one. Okay. So it makes clear that rubber duck is a singular one. Okay. Now if I will show, there are two types of determiners. Okay, one is definite determiner, example the, definite. Okay, and second is indefinite determiner, example a and a or n. Okay, so these are two types of determiners. Okay, please pause this video and write down this much. Apart from that, we can also determine means what? Determine means which tells you a definite thing about the noun. Okay, for example, just write down this. Determine tells us, which and or how many persons or things we are talking about. So it determines the number of persons or things and what kind of thing we are talking about. Okay, so that's the second point. Now for example, if we say his big house, that means what? House is one and which is his, right? That's called determiners. Now in determiners, first one is the articles. Articles are a, n and the. Now you know how to use these articles in the sentences. So we will do fill in the blanks for these articles. Okay, so write down exercise, fill in the blanks by putting correct articles. Please write along with me. For example, dash tea in my cup is too hot. Now here you cannot write a tea. Why? Because tea is not, tea ek na hoy. Ek tea leaves na hoy. Tea is a group of leaves. So you have to write the tea. The tea in my cup is too hot. Because tea is actually group of leaves which boils and you make the tea. Okay, so here the tea will come. Now second point is, tea is actually liquid. See, tea in my cup. So cup ma pani, the water is not a water, the milk. So any liquid item can be represented as the. We cannot represent or we cannot write articles a or n in front of any liquid. Okay, that's the second point. Now if I am writing Now it is written dash cup of tea is served to me. So here you write a cup of tea. Why? Because here cup of tea. So cup is a solid thing. So that's why you can write a cup of tea. But if I write a tea na lakhai, the tea is served. But a cup of tea is served. Here cup je che, that is a solid thing. That's why we can represent it by A or N. But here A aave because cup. Now third point is, I am sorry to hear about dash accident. So here I am sorry to hear about an accident. Okay, the accident na aave because it is, because second point is, જ્યારે આપણે first time કોઈ પણ વસ્તુને represent કરતા હોઈએ ત્યારે તમે A અને N લગાવો. But if I am saying here dash accident was horrible. So now here I have to put the, because I am telling this, I am talking about the same accident in the second sentence. So જ્યારે first time તમે કોઈ sentence ની અંદર કોઈ વસ્તુ લખતા હોય તો you can write A or N, but if you are repeating the same thing or if you are repeating to talk about the same thing, you present the. So here I am sorry to hear about an accident. The accident was horrible. So here what we have done, we are talking about the same accident but with the different articles. Okay, so here this kind of things can be asked. Now I hope you have written this. If you have not written, please complete it. Now fourth one, we will do only 5, then we will move on to next. Okay, I have, so I have an idea. Okay, because idea is only one. Okay, now last one, calm down, we have lot of time. So we have a lot of time, we have a lot of time. So here it will come a. So this is how you know where to put an article a and the. Now we will move on to the types of determiners. Okay. So determiners are classified as follows: definite or indefinite determinants, like a and the. Okay, the, a and. Then second is demonstrative determiners. Demonstrative means that, these and those. These are the words which use as a demonstrative determiners. Possessive determiners. Like possessive noun we have, that's way possessive determiners. Your, his, her, our, okay, their, and there. These are possessive determiners. Now fourth example is qualifiers. Now qualifiers are also called determiners. How does it like? it has a little, a few. Much, many. These are known as qualifiers, quantifiers. I am so sorry, it is known as quantifiers. Qualifiers are different. Heading is also qualifier, nasi quantifiers. I am very sorry. Quantifiers. I make a mistake. So, quantifiers means showing quantity. Quantifiers means showing quantity. So, a few, much, many, little, okay, some, any. These are quantifiers. A lot of, okay. Then most, enough, which showing the quantity, which the word which shows the quantity is known as quantifiers. Okay. So, quantifiers are showing quantity and it is like this. Now, fifth one is numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, 30, 40, that are showing numbers. 1, 2, 30, okay, these are etc. Okay, then sixth one is distributives. Now, what are distributives? All, both, half, all these things. Okay, all, both, half. These are the words which are used as determiners. Either, neither. Okay, then each, every, several. Okay. Now, please write down this much, then we will move on to the next determiners, the classification of determiners. I hope you have written this. If you have not written, please complete it. Now, seventh determiners, there are 7 type of determiners are different words. For example, way, other, another, etc. Now, 8th type of determiner is interrogative words. Interrogative words. Example, which, what, who, okay, that are the interrogative words. Now, 9th and the last one is defining words. Which are which and whose. Whose umbrella is this? Or which book do you read? Whose umbrella is this? These are the defining words. So, these are some types of determiners. Now, we will move on to the quantifiers. In that quantifiers, we will talk about only 2 words, some and many. Okay. So, I hope you have finished this. Okay. You please complete your work. Quantifiers ની અંદર આપણે sum and any ની વાત કરશું. We will talk about sum and any. now where do we put some and where do we put any? Okay, so first thing, some is used, please write down, some is used in positive sentences okay, and any is used for negative sentences. Now you will think teacher કેવી રીતે? તો I'll give you example. For example, we have some chocolates. Okay, so that is positive. We have some chocolates with us. So અહીંયા આ positive છે. We have some chocolate. Okay, so that is called positive. Okay, but if you write like this, we don't have any chocolates with us. So we have some chocolates, we don't have any chocolates. So don't is for negative. So any is for used for negative sentences. Okay, then second point, we use some for questions with possible yes answer. We use, this is second, આની અંદર તમે લખો 1 and 2, this you write star મારો. Now you write this, we use some for questions with the possible yes answer. એટલે તમને ખબર છે કે આનો આન્સર યસ જ આવશે. આપણે if I'll ask like, do you have some extra paper? તો ઓબ્વિયસ છે કે મારી સામે તમે લોકો બેઠા છો અને ફોર એક્ઝામ્પલ તમારી પાસે બુક છે, ઓકે, એમાં પેપર્સ છે અને મને ખબર છે કે તમારી પાસે એક્સ્ટ્રા પેપર છે. સો ઇફ આઈ આસ્ક યુ, ડુ યુ હેવ સમ એક્સ્ટ્રા પેપર, યુ વિલ સે યસ. સો દેટ ઇઝ કોલ્ડ પોસિબલ યસ આન્સર. બટ ઇફ યુ ડોન્ટ હેવ એનીથિંગ and if I write, do you have any pencil? So you will, what you will say, no teacher, we don't have any pencil, because I'll think કે તમે આજુબાજુ પેન્સિલ નહીં હોય, તો you will say no, right? So this is where you ask like and any for questions whose answers are uncertain. એટલે you don't know whether it is yes or no. Okay, for example, do you have some medicines for cough? Means suppose હું મારા કોઈ ફ્રેન્ડને એવું પૂછું કે do you have some medicines for cough, and if he is a pharmacist, તો શું હશે? અગર દવાવાળી વ્યક્તિ છે અથવા હું દવાખાને ગઈ, ઓકે, અથવા હું મેડિસિન શોપમાં ગઈ, મેડિકલ શોપમાં, and if I say, do you have some medicines for cough, he will definitely say me yes. કેમ? Because I am in front of medical store જેની પાસે બધી જ જાતની દવાઓ છે. So he will definitely say yes. But if I'll say this like question to my neighbor, and if I like, is there any medicine for my cough? Okay, now here suppose is there, I'm so sorry, is there. Now here if I'll say I'm fed up of my cough, okay, મારા cough કોઈ પણ મેડિસિનથી મટતું નથી. So if I'll ask like, is there any medicine for my cough, because it is not cured, then it will be yes or no answer. Somebody say yes and somebody say no. Okay, so these are the things which like જે ક્વેશ્ચનનો આન્સર સર્ટન છે yes, there you use some. જે ક્વેશ્ચનનો આન્સર સર્ટન નથી, you don't know whether he, for example તમે સ્કૂલમાં છો, ઓકે, અને સ્કૂલની અંદર તમારા ટીચરે તમને કોઈ કામ આપ્યું છે ને, you want scale, you don't have scale, તો what you say, do you have some scale? અને બાજુવાળા પાસે હશે તો ઓબ્વિયસ છે અને યસ જ કહેશે. બટ if there is something which you and your classmates, few classmates bring, few didn't bring, and is there any scale with you? Like कदाच ना लाया हो तो he will say no, लाया हो तो he will say yes. So then when the answer is certain, you will say some. If answer is uncertain, you will say any. Okay, so please write down this much. Then we'll move on to next. Now next point for 3 number you can write. Now you can say we can use some or any instead of, we can use some or any instead of A and N. Okay, for example, is there a bird in that tree, or are there any birds in that tree? Or you can say there are some eggs. Okay, so this is how you can write instead of A and N. Okay, now next is we can choose not to use some or any when referring to quantity. ઘણી વખત આપણે ના પણ યુઝ કરી શકીએ. there is some coffee ના લખાય, there is a coffee for you. કોઈ એમ કે there is a some coffee for you, તો some એટલે શું? આટલી? No, so we cannot use that type. Now next point is some and any are used in with countable nouns. Some and any are used . Now what are countable nouns? I will tell you. First of all, you need to know what are countable nouns. The countable nouns are, for example, letters you can count 1 2 3 4, right? Then chocolates you can count 1 2 3 4. So they are the nouns which can be count by your hand. Okay, but if I say sugar, so sugar cannot be count 1 2 3 4. So here we will talk about countable nouns. Okay, so you can write like that. There are some letters for you. Okay, now fifth one. Okay, fifth one is some and any are also used in uncountable nouns, like quantity. Okay, for example, please add some sugar. Sugar is non-countable, but we are using some. Then is there any tea in the pot? Is there any tea in the pot? So any tea is uncountable, then also we are using. So these are some rules for using some and any. There are many use, like for example, some and many can be used without adding nouns, like I have some, I have many, any, right? Then some and any have other uses also. Some is not normally used to describe. So these are some used of the some and many. Now we will move on to the fill in the blank section. Please pause the video and complete your work, then I will come to fill in the blank section. Complete the sentence with some or any. The first point, I am writing. Now here what we use, some money or any money? We will use any money. Why? Because you know that in the first rule we have written that some is used for positive sentences and any is used for negative sentences. So she didn't have any money left with her. Okay. Now please write second point, second one. I have oranges in my kitchen. So here what will you use? I have any oranges or some oranges? Some oranges. First point is it is a positive sentence, and second point, oranges are countable nouns. So we can use it, oranges. Okay. Now, is there any milk? Because some milk કેમ ના આવે? Because the answer can be uncertain. Answer can be yes or no. We don't know the answer. That's why any milk. Fourth step. Would you like to have some coffee? Why some? Because સામેવાળાને આપણે યસ કહેવા માટે મજબૂર કરવાના છીએ. because તમારા ઘરે કોઈ આવે તો તમારા ઘરે મમ્મી એમ કે ચા લેશો ને, ચા પીવો ને પીવો. Why? Because we want yes answer. So that is why here also we need yes answer. That's why we use some. Now the last one. Okay. Okay, coffee or tea, we will use both options. So we need to write both. Okay. Now last one. I shall give her roses on her birthday. Now here you must use some roses. Any roses ના આવે. Reason એ છે કે you are giving. है ने? તમે કીધું છે કે હું ગઈશ. This is positive sentence. So you have to use some. Okay. That's all for this chapter. Okay. To next session માં આપણે આને આગળ લઈ લઈશું. Okay. આગળ આના ભણશું. So that's all for today's session. Please pause the video and complete your work. Okay, and then we'll meet on the next session. Thank you so much.